Good morning kids, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing great. I am Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education and today we are meeting for the revision portion of your chapter number 1. As you all know that your exams are approaching very soon. So for computer subject we are going to take only one chapter, that is our first chapter, computer software and its types. Explanation portion we have done already. But here I am taking a quick recap of what we have done in that chapter. So you can have a better idea while reading the chapter and while answering in your paper. So let's start today's revision portion. That is first chapter as you know only. Now here I have written all the topic which we have covered. What was that? Computer system. One by one we will start. So the first topic is about computer system. We know that what are the parts of computer, like monitor, CPU, keyboard and all that. We know. We are studying that since we were kids. I think from first standard. Right. But do you know that system of a computer is made up of two basic parts. Which are there? It is hardware and software. Now, the major difference between hardware and software you know. That if I say what is the meaning of hardware, you will say that hardware means a part of a computer which we can touch, which we can feel, or you can say that physical part or touchable part of a computer are considered as hardware. Yes, you all are right. That means mouse, keyboard, monitor are such which is considered as a hardware. Moving further, that is software. If you have opened certain application in your mobile, that means you are playing game. And in that game, if I will say that you have to touch this character, so you will put your finger on the screen where the character is standing. Are you really touching that character? No. You are actually touching the screen of a monitor or a mobile. But you are not touching the character. You are not feeling that character. That this character is worn, this or this character is having this type of a shape. You cannot feel it. Right. Same way. In computer also there are certain software which is installed in it. Right. Without which we cannot perform any type of a task. Yes, software are installed. But that part we cannot touch. It is non-touchable part. So that part which we cannot touch or we cannot feel are considered as software. So about that only we have to study in a detail in this chapter which we have already done. But here we are going to take some recap. As the chapter's title says, software and its type. So that means we are not going to consider hardware for this chapter. That means we will not learn anything about hardware, but instead we are going to learn about this software. So what is software? That we have understood. But how many types of the software? That is our next topic. That is types of software. As you can see here, I have drawn a one full chart, or you can say it is a flow chart. So from that you can understand as it is also given in your textbook. See here, if I talk about types of software, you have two types of software. Which are there? First one is system software, right? And the second one is application software. These two are the main types of software. So first we will take a look of this. That means system software. The system software is categorized into the three subcategories, which is that OS, that means operating the system. We know that it is a short form of operating system, right? So I have written OS only. Then the second one is language processor, and the third one is utility software. So one by one we will see here. First we will start with the operating system. Now what is operating system? When you switch on the computer or your laptop, some processes are going on. How can we come to know that the processes are going on? we can see something is moving round and round on the screen. What's that? It is actually processing. But why it is processing? Why it is taking some time to open? Because operating system is starting. That means it is making the computer ready for any other work. So I can say that operating system is the basic software needed for computer. If operating system is not there, then computer will not work. It will not allow us to work on some other application. So operating system is the considered as heart of the computer. जैसे CPU को हम brain बोलते हैं, वैसे OS is the heart of computer. Otherwise it will not work. Imagine that from our body, if we are removing heart, will our body work? No. Same way, operating system is compulsory for any of the computer to be installed first. Windows, Microsoft, Unix, Linux are the basic example of operating system. Most of us are using Windows, right, as our operating system. चाहे वो Windows XP है, Windows 10 है, Windows 11 है, right? So we are using that operating system which allow us to work on computer, right? Or you can say that operating system is providing interface between the user and computer. That means we are allowed to exchange our information with computer only if the operating system is installed. It is also saving our time. It is also saving the CPU usage, right? It will make the CPU ready for the work. So operating system are considered as the function or functional system of the computer, so that we can work, right? So it is most important thing, right? जैसे बस में से ड्राइवर को हटा दिया तो बस अपने आप नहीं चलेगी, वैसे ही कंप्यूटर में से अगर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम को निकाल दिया तो कंप्यूटर नहीं चलेगा. So we can say that operating system is the heart, right? Moving further to the next one, that is language processor. Now right now I am speaking one language, maybe Hindi, maybe English. You are understanding my language. Why? Because you are also human. You can understand the spoken words. But computer is machine. Computer cannot understand the spoken words. They have their own language to understand. Whatever the software, whatever the application, whatever the programs are made, that are made in one type of a language. As we all know that computer can understand only one type of a language, that is known as machine language or binary language. What do you mean by binary language? The combination of 0 and 1, right? दो digit का combination है, so this language is considered as binary. Binary means 2, right? So 0 and 1 combined together to form a machine language which can be understood by computer. So we can say that is language or binary language or machine language. There are so many languages of the computer like C, C++, C, hashtag, Python. These are the example of the computer language. With the help of this language, developer are making, or you can say developer are developing the website, application, software, games, everything, right? Because these language are designed in such a way where computer can understand it properly. There are 3 language processor, if I say, assembler, compiler and interpreter, right? The main function of these 3 are that they convert our language into the machine language. If there is a query, right, if there is a mistake, it will be, they are telling us via compiler. They are compiling the language. Compiling means checking the language, right? And interpreting means exchanging, or you can say interface, right? So what is that? these are the three language processor which is converting the simple language into the machine language, into the binary language, so that computer can understand and give us perfect result. Clear? So till now we have completed the first two system software, which was operating system and language processor. Moving to the third one, that is utility software. You know only what is the meaning of utility? Usefulness, right? The software which is useful to us in a many ways are considered as utility software. In that also we have seen the three software. Do you remember? The first one was antivirus. What is the meaning of virus? The virus which is spreading the corona? No. I am talking about the virus which is spreading a damage or destroying some files and folder from the computer. Right? When you download something or when you open internet on your computer, there are certain hidden files which may install automatically in your computer, and later on it destroys your some programs or maybe some files, right? Or some files will stop working because of the virus. So we need to protect our computer from that dangerous virus. How can we do that? We can do that by installing a program called antivirus. Actually it is a software. There are so many antivirus software available like AVG, Quick Heal, Norton, right? Which is protecting our computer from this dangerous virus, so that the computer will not lose any of the file or any of the folder, right? So that was the first utility software, antivirus. The next one was disk defragmenter. Sometimes it happens that we are making one folder, right, for a particular program, that all the files we are going to save in that folder. But after certain days we forgot, so we are saving some files in that folder and some other files in somewhere else. That means we are wasting the space in a computer. Some files are there, some files are somewhere else. So disk defragmenter are combining all files together and they are making a free space in the computer so that we can store more data. Or you can say that disk defragmenter is nothing but actually it is arranging the space, managing the space, so that we can store more files, more data. So that is disk defragmenter. It is also helping us. So that will come in the category called utility software. Right. So that was the first three types of the system software. Operating system, language processor and utility software. One more is remaining in utility software, that is backup utility. What is the meaning of backup? Backup means keeping one extra copy of your work. The way we are capturing a photo in a mobile, then we are transferring it to some other device. Maybe laptop, maybe tablet, maybe pen drive, maybe CD. That means we are saving one more copy of our data. So that backup facility is also available if you are installing a software called backup utility software. So it will remind us that we have to take a backup of our data. So if in case our data is lost, then we can have the another copy. We can utilize that copy, right? So that is what it is, also a utility software. So that was the first portion. Moving further to the next portion, that is application software. Right? When you purchase a computer, basic applications will be there. But then after, according to your demand, according to your choice, according to your requirement, you are installing some other applications into it. Right? जैसे आपको कुछ editing करना है, कुछ बनाना है, right? कुछ भी करना है. According to your demand, you are installing certain software. Right? So, these are considered as application software. That means it is not installed from the beginning. Instead, it has been installed afterward. जैसे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम पहले से इंस्टॉल करी होती है उसमें, राइट, बट बाकी के सारे एप्लीकेशंस वी इंस्टॉल एज पर आवर डिमांड एंड एज पर आवर रिक्वायरमेंट. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट, एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू ब्रॉड कैटेगरी. The first one is general, that means general application software, and the second one is specific application software. Now what is the major difference between these two? When you talk about the general application software, it means generally most of the people are using it. Say for example, typing circulars in school, typing reports in hospital. For both the work, people are using one software, or you can say common software, right? So generally the application software which is used by common people for general purpose, they are considered as general application software, या फिर आप बोल सकते हो general purpose application software. If I say for drawing, we all are using one, that is Paint, right? For typing, Microsoft Word. For doing spreadsheet, we are using Microsoft Excel, right? For presentation, we are using what? PowerPoint, right? For graphic, जैसे कोई फोटो को एडिट करना है तो ग्राफिक सॉफ्टवेयर लाइक कोरल ड्रॉ एंड फोटोशॉप. एनिमेशन बनाना है मुझे, कोई भी कैरेक्टर को ऐसे चलता फिरता करना है. So for animation I am using a certain programs like Blender, right? Then if I say data को मुझे manage करना है, I am managing the data of the entire school in which students information is there. Name, parents name, date of birth, living place, birthplace, right, and particular ID number. So that data is also I am storing and I am managing that data using a one software called DBMS. So these are the example of the general purpose application software, right, which is generally used by most of the common people to do different kind of things, right? So these all are considered as what? General application software. In your textbook, so many general application software names are given. The way I have taken word processing software, spreadsheet software, DBMS, which is known as database management system, graphics software, animation software, and most importantly web browser. For searching anything, you are using a one browser called Google Chrome, या फिर Google हम करते हैं. So what is that? It's a common software, right? So they will come in the category called general application software or general purpose application software. The second category is what? Specific purpose application software. What does it mean? Suppose for school, I want to develop a one software in which I can come to know that how many students have submitted their homework. Right, the way right now you all are submitting your homework in the form of a PDF. So I just want to manage that data, that how many students have submitted and how many have not. So according to my requirement, I am developing a one software, and that software will work for that particular purpose only. कि भाई homework check करने के लिए ही बनाया गया है. So what is that? Specific purpose application software. कोई स्पेशल पर्पस के लिए बनाया गया सॉफ्टवेयर, राइट? से फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर बुकिंग ऑनलाइन, जैसे मूवी टिकट्स हैं, रेलवे की टिकट्स हैं, फ्लाइट की टिकट्स हैं, राइट? सो दे हैव देयर पर्सनल सॉफ्टवेयर, राइट, वेयर यू कैन चूज योर फेवरेट सीट, फेवरेट टाइम कि कौन से टाइम पे आपको निकलना है, राइट? देन इफ यू गो टू शॉपिंग मॉल, they have their software in which they are doing the billing method, right? So what is that? Special purpose हो गया, because that software will not be useful to some other, right? So the software which is designed for the special purpose are considered as the specific purpose application software, right? So these was the topic about specific purpose application software. So I hope you have understood this chapter, right? Okay, and in the last difference between system software and application software are given. What is the major difference? If you are not installing system software, अगर आपके कंप्यूटर में OS ही नहीं है, then these will not work. Yes, these are the basic thing which is to be installed in your computer. अगर ये basic thing नहीं है, then it will not work. ये तो ऐसा हो गया कि घर के ऊपर माला बना है बट ऊपर चढ़ने के लिए सीढ़ी ही नहीं है, तो जाओगे कहाँ से? So this one is ladder to go to this area. Right, so if ladder is not there, तो यहाँ पे जाओगे कैसे? अगर OS ही नहीं है, तो ये सारे एप्लीकेशन कहाँ से काम करेंगे? Right, so these are what major difference. Right, so this was the chapter about your software and its type. Now kids, I'm telling you the live lectures also, but right now also I'm telling you that you have to read the textbook. Some of the question I have asked from the chapter, not from the chapter and worksheet, not from your exercise portion, but some questions I have taken out from your textbook. So for that you have to read the textbook, right? If you will read, if you will make that practice of reading, right, your memory power will also increase as well as your pronunciation will also improve, right? So I hope that you will read it. So come well prepared for your exam, write well in your exam, write with neat and clean handwriting, right? So right now I am ending my session over here. If you have any query regarding this full chapter, go through this video or see the videos which I have sent prior, right? Just read it and ask me a question in live lectures if you have any. I am taking your leave right now. Wishing you best of luck for your exam. Bye bye.